Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2-Acre Homestead. The days are gloomy and dark first thing in the morning, just like everywhere in the country. And like most people, I start my day off with a nice, good cup of coffee. And you're seeing me here make my coffee in a French roast. That is my preferred way of having coffee every single day. My day is starting off today at about 5:30, 5:45 in the morning, and I decided to wake up this morning, and the first thing was to make some ghee. So I have ghee sitting here, or butter sitting here on my stove melting, and I will let that cook down, and it will turn into delicious ghee. We're lactose intolerant here on our homestead, so ghee is very important to us. And once that process is done, this is what it looks like. Homemade ghee in a jar. I like to call it liquid gold. Earlier last year, we had a bumper crop of eggs. Our hens were busy laying lots of eggs. We couldn't eat all of the eggs, and because they were all coming out so perfect and so clean, what I decided to do this year, or this past year, was to water glass my eggs. And that is to simply save them with lime. And 6 months later, I'm able to use them on this morning. The eggs that you saw me harvest just a few seconds ago, which was actually 6 months ago. And here they are. I have to say I was very pleased with these eggs. Water glassing is a perfect way to save your eggs. And on this particular morning, I was keeping things simple: scrambled eggs, potatoes that you just saw me open a jar of, and a little bit of bacon, and I was calling it breakfast that morning. Around here, breakfast is usually pretty simple, but we really like to have a lot of protein first thing in the morning. One of the things that we like to eat in the morning is fish, believe it or not. I am a huge fan of seafood. And this particular morning, I decided to get out some rice paper that I had in my pantry and some leftover cream cheese and some sockeye salmon that has been cold smoked and packaged, and it was in my freezer. And as you can see, I'm taking the cream cheese and I'm putting things like salt, lemon, dill, and garlic powder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend all of that together. Oh, and chives. I forgot about chives. And you blend all of that together, and it's going to make a nice, creamy sauce. Then I also chopped up some green onions and had set those to the side. Those are going to come into play in just a minute. Here you can see me dipping in the rice paper into some water. Now it's flexible and you can use it, and I'm putting in some salmon with the cream cheese that we had made, and I simply roll it up just like a burrito. And this is what it looks like. Later on this day, now I'm making bread. We make lots of bread around here. It seems like bread is consumed at every meal, and that's because I've got a growing family. Bread is one of those therapeutic things that I just absolutely love making. I've been making bread for years, and it's one of my favorite, well, like I said, therapeutic things for me to make. I will let this dough sit in a nice warm place. Many of you have heard me complain about my garlic harvest this year. This is what I like to do with my spent or close to spent garlic. I peel it, put it in these little mason jars, just like you see here, and then I put in some water and then a half teaspoon or tablespoon of salt. Let it sit on my counter for 7 days. And as it's sitting, you see those little bubbles there? It's starting to ferment. And this is a really good immune booster. And now, here's a look at some of the food that I served my family this week.